So, since that question has to do somewhat with ZK Tech, we did receive a question asking if Horizen or Horizen Labs still research ZK Tech.
Horizen and Labs certainly does still research ZK Tech. We have a really stellar team of in-house cryptographers and cryptographic engineers. We also have a variety of partnerships with people at universities and also for-profit companies. Within our new strategy as well that I mentioned and alluded to earlier, we believe that ZK Tech and certainly Snarks will play an incredibly important role. They currently play a significant role in a lot of the technology that we've rolled out over the past couple of years. And a lot of the focus that that I have right now within developing that strategy is to figure out how we can use and find valuable ways where ZK Tech and Snarks can add value to all the things that we're hopeful that we can build over the next year or so.
Very excited. How about maybe a private stablecoin? Is that something we'd consider?
It's certainly something we consider. It's not something that's currently on near or medium term roadmap. I guess a couple of things to call out. Regulation, both in the United States and around the world, is kind of still in the process of being sorted out with respect to privacy and coins. But if you kind of look at cash, it's pretty close to a stable coin, and governments have started to investigate use cases for crypto. So if it ends up being something that checks a variety of boxes, like the legal box, the regulatory box, it can certainly fit into a part of our roadmap. And again, we're very much set up in a way where we can quickly pivot into things like this if we're able to find the right partner that aligns really well to our mission. We'd absolutely consider doing something like this if all those boxes get checked. But again, really laser focused on EVM right now and bringing on the appropriate tools and resources that are going to enable that EVM to reach its fullest potential.
Very cool. Okay. So one of our final questions today, how could I pitch Sidechains to builders and projects?
It's a great question, and one that we spent a lot of time kind of thinking about internally. So the way that we look at the world is it kind of is bifurcated into two different personas in terms of people who might build sidechains and projects that might build sidechains. So one is kind of crypto developers and enterprises. The other is enterprises. Crypto developers, like, we recognize that Ethereum is a crowded space. There are potentially high transaction fees and significant congestion depending on what kind of is going on there. And so we kind of have already started to see app chains pop up if you look at what DYDX is doing specifically. And they've customized their chain to be exactly what they need. And so the way that I would pitch to a crypto developer is kind of along those lines. Like, we have the flexibility for you to implement whatever you need based on whatever sort of issues you're running into wherever you've deployed your technology right now. On the enterprise side, we've kind of really started to reorganize our business development efforts and are in the process, as I'm sure you know very well, Erica, of picking up the phone and pounding the pavement to really find corporations, governments, smaller entities across the world. What we've recognized, though, in those spaces is that the tech really needs to be incorporated into the current stack that these companies are potentially already working with. And in a lot of cases, that stack is the result of many acquisitions and kind of pasting together a bunch of technologies that weren't necessarily meant to work with each other. And in all likelihood, integrating blockchain into that stack is going to require the exact same customization and flexibility and I hate to beat a dead horse at this point and say customization and flexibility yet again. But it's really the important piece that's going to, I think, allow us to retrofit what we have into whatever that tech stack looks like.
Okay, fantastic. I don't think that there's really a customizability and flexibility dead horse quite yet. I think we're all very excited to hear those words. But I'm excited at least. And yes, I completely understand what you mean by picking up the phone and dialing numbers and trying to get as many people as we can interested in this new product. Okay, everyone. Well, thank you all so much for joining us for today's show. If you guys have any questions about what we discussed today, feel free to join us again on Discord, where we will be happy to answer your questions. And if you have any suggestions for episodes that you would love to see us cover, go ahead and fill out the Google form linked in the information below, or you can join our Discord, where we will also share the link. Okay, well, thank you all so very much for joining us today. Have a great month. Thank you for joining us on Beyond the Horizon. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes as we continue to discover the limitless potential of the Horizen ecosystem. If you liked this episode, make sure to subscribe and leave a thumbs up. Thank you, and we'll see you again next time.